the story behind that is we get calls at the office regularly about people that need some service. They want the Boy Scouts to help with some project or some task. And so I just go to Bob. Hey Bob, I sent him a message. I just talked to him. I just sent the message so I didn't have to look But it was kind of like, hey Bob, we need some scouts to help with this. And you know, I know you'll help, but I know you're going to be able to find some people to help. And by the way, we got 2 days. 2-day notice. And he took care of it. He always took care of it. Was able to find people to help on projects. Well, when I say shoes, as you folks know, we've been up to our eyeballs in this used shoe drive, and which means we got to process 15,000 pairs of shoes. You know, you got to partner a pair of those, and you got to wrap them, and either tie the strings together or use rubber bands. And for the last month, I'm kind of like, Bob, I'm yelling out of my office, Bob, where's that around? So if anybody is looking for something to do on Thursday night, come out and help us. We got to load 15,000 shoes into a semi.
Holy schmutz.
And yeah. So it's been great to have Bob as a great resource to help us with projects around this community. And we're going to miss that. We're going to miss that, yeah. Well, listen, as Mike said, only a few words. Several people have made a contribution, including the Central Minnesota Council for a gift to Bob, and I'm happy to present this. What do you give? I mean, what do you give a Boy Scout or a professional scouter for 15 years? Probably a scouter for life. I mean, what do you? I mean, think the gift that would be the most appropriate for somebody like that. Well,
Alexis.
Good idea. You're hired.
Scotch on the rock.
Well, we almost did that. Instead,
it would have been bad, but
instead, I'd like to present this gift certificate for Bob to camp the state parks of Minnesota. Bob and his family. So, we'll have a few nights of camping on behalf of the council and friends. Congratulations, Bob. Appreciate you having on board, man.
Before Bob goes, I wasn't going to say anything, but after listening to Dave, I have to tell you, there's an establishment called Old Chicago, of which Bob and I are members. And I could always tell when Bob was having a bad day, because he'd call me and he'd say, what do you got going this afternoon? And he'd use this excuse that because I was on the district committee, that I could sign papers. But we had a few more than just papers. So, we had a good time, but, it's just like Dave said, with Bob, he didn't know when to say no. And he would do whatever he had to do. And June can attest to that, his wife, because a lot of times he wasn't home to get everything done that he needed to get done at home. And then, of course, we'd have another beer while we were talking about it. Bob is one of the great friends that I have, and I appreciate everything that he's done. And even though he's still working, I appreciate it when he calls and says, I could be there by 4:30.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate the turnout, and I had several people that reached out and said they couldn't be here. Life gets busy for everybody, and but the fact that people were reaching out, and it took me quite a while to go through the Facebook replies and the thanks and everything. So it's been great. When I started doing this professionally in 2001, you just don't know how long some of that's going to work out, and for it to last months short of 15 years to me is phenomenal. I really want to thank Dave, was there for over half of that time, and for the opportunity a lot of things to learn and do and be involved with it. And as you mentioned, I'm not leaving, but I have picked my spots. So don't think about a position for me. So I've already made my decisions on things that I'll be involved with. So working with the Carlsons, which is great for Wood Badge staff for this fall. So ideally, if everything plays out here, we're down to 11 more that we need to hold the course. So we're working hard on that, right, Janet? So to get a few more people and fill that up a little bit, but I'm anxious to do that, and I'm going to be a commissioner for the Clear Lake. So the Bensons are here, and looking forward. Brent and I have known each other for a long time. Tamara, not quite as long, but I'll get a chance to know them better, and so looking forward to that opportunity to work over there. And in the Order of the Arrow, Chuck and Jenny are here, so thank you guys for coming on down for that. But looking forward to staying involved with that, and then finally finish my term as chair of the Catholic Committee on Scouting, but still help out with that. So Father Ben Kachimba is just a phenomenal, an Eagle Scout of ours, and it's nice to have an Eagle Scout bishop as well. And so it's great things ahead for that, and so looking forward to that. But it's been great just looking at a point here in my life that my wife June, raise your hand, just not everybody. It's phenomenal. It takes an outstanding spouse to work with you and support you through all the different adventures and stuff. So the great part about scouting is continuing to do those adventures that even after your sons have gotten through the program, and I'm looking forward to doing that as long as I'm physically able to do that and help out. But it's a great group, and it's all because of the volunteers. We can't do it without the volunteers and the professionals that are here, and the office staff that have been so supportive. And Jane and I have known each other for years, and so we keep drawing straws to see who's going to take over and support that Scout Reach program or whatever. But I want to thank Wade for his support as our field director, and Wade and I have worked together as volunteers and professionally for a number of years, and he'll do a great job continuing that tradition. So this is great, and I appreciate everybody coming, and thank you so much. And let's keep scouting strong in central Minnesota. It's absolutely critical. The challenges aren't getting any less, but with good volunteers, we can make it through anything. And I appreciate the board members and everyone that's here and been involved in this, for unit leaders, all the help and support over that time. And hopefully we'll see you for many years to come. So really appreciate my district committee that have hung in there, a lot of them for a long time too. So all right, Mike's giving me the time. Official scorekeeper here, I guess, timekeeper. So thank you guys, and it's a blessing to have my families in the porch area over there. It's great to have them here as well, and support and everything from them. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, everybody.